Welcome back, Rosebuds. My name is Raquel, and this is Smell the Roses. You see the thumbnail, so come into the garden and let's talk about the Misandry of ericamena. Okay, so the reason why I'm talking about this is because everybody seems to be talking about her new show on Zeus Network. I don't even know the name of it. It's so ratchet. It's about her basically dating men and women. It's a whole bunch of fighting. Eric the plumber is getting dragged again for filth on the internet for going onto the show and trying to make a name for himself in the industry. Okay, so basically, I look at it like, Erica is big shark, he's little shark, and he's just getting clobbered and dragged all around the internet. He is a grown man. He is choosing this for himself. So, I do, although I do have empathy for this guy, I just see Erica as the person with a pattern of toxic behavior that I just want to talk about, okay? Because she is annoying me to no end. To be a mother of three children, to be on the internet acting like this, I mean, what an embarrassment, okay? But without further ado, I'm going to show you all three videos that basically document the pattern of her toxic behavior. And I'm gonna not I'm going to try not to say cuss words because I want to be diplomatic in my approach in this. But in my opinion, this woman is a misandrist. She is woefully inappropriate and extremely toxic to men. Extremely toxic to men. Not that she's not toxic to women, because we do know why she got kicked off of um Love and Hip Hop, and it was because of the blue monkey comment towards one of her castmates that was, again, during a time where she was acting out of character, being extremely violent, and that this was towards a woman. But in that argument that she had with, I believe her name was Spice, she's the dance hall recording artist. She said that the reason why she made that statement, or she made that comment towards Spice, was because Spice mentioned her child. And in the video that I'm going to start with, this same child is going to be mentioned. And if you watch the show, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, I have some people watching me from England and India. Hey, how are you all doing? Welcome to our American Madness. This is going to explain what I'm saying. Okay, so let me bring up the video. As you can see, I'm pulling videos, and all the videos I will be sharing with you all today will be dropped in the description so that you all can go and watch them in their entirety, so that you all can get a better understanding of this craziness that the woman basically spills out into the world. We don't need this. We don't want this. This looks bad on us. And Erica, I'm in Atlanta. I'm affiliated. And if you want smoke, I got it for you. I would like to let you know, Erica, that I am a biracial woman. I am a woman that is half FBA, and my mother is from Spain. Okay. So I'm looking at this as, you know, you have two children from Safaree, the gentleman on screen here. They are going to be Black and Latino or Latina because you have a girl and a boy with him. And the way that you talk and the way that you act is going to affect them in a negative way as they get older. And it's not okay. And that's part of the reason why I put you on my hit list as a misandrist and why I'm doing a video on you. Okay? So again, I'm in Atlanta and I'm affiliated. So I'm pretty sure that we'll rub elbows at some point. And if you see this video and you have a problem with it, go ahead and let me know, girl, face to face. I'm willing to have this conversation with you because you clearly don't have anybody in your circle that will tell you that you are out of control. Okay? You are out of control, girl. But we'll let Safaree talk about your out of controlness. Here we go.
It does give me a headache sometimes, but then, I'm pretty good at just brushing things off. But, people who know me and especially know my situation, they're like, yo, how long are you going to stay quiet? And I just, I be sparing people. And then at the same time, it's like, yo, it's nobody's business. But I feel like everybody just feels like they know my business. And if it's reported, it's news and that it's the truth and it's real. But I'm pretty sure that, there's some men out there who can relate to this. And when it comes to being a father in a co-parenting situation where somebody wants to have full control of every single thing and they can't have control, it's just not going to be a easy transition, especially when, the other person is just used to it being one way or very controlling or still wanting the whole family dynamic and it's not there anymore. But I love my kids. And it's gotten to the point that I I have to put myself first because I'm either going to end up in jail or worse because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is just non-existent. When I first moved to Florida, I remember I got a 2-bedroom condo, and the first time
So you all know the clips, right? Erica comes into his house mad as hell, okay? Completely ignoring the children that are around her and Safaree. You see what she's doing. She's in his house in Florida breaking his things. These are pieces of glass falling all around the floor. And you tell me, if did you see shoes on these children's feet? No, I don't think they have shoes on. But even if they had shoes on, is it cool to be breaking glass like that violently where it can fly into the sky and cut your children in the face or the eye? She's so blinded by anger that she is not paying any attention to the 2 children that she says she's willing to protect come hell or high water.
I had my kids come over there after my divorce and I started the whole okay visitation meeting, having my kids for the days I was having them. When my kids first came over in my condo, it made me so depressed because I was like, yo, they just, I felt like they were so confined and I didn't feel good about it. And I said, yo, I got to get a house. I need a house. I can't have my kids running around in this condo and hurting themselves and just not being a fit to raise, 2 children in a co-parenting setup. And I found my house. And I'm gonna be all the way blunt and straight up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I got this house because of my kids. I got this house for my kids. Seeing my kids be here running around.
The house that we're watching her break things. The house he got for his children with her, a very nice house, might I add. And she is trespassing in his house, breaking items around their children very disrespectfully.
Around, it's the best feeling, you know? You know, when you have children with somebody who, at the end of the day, it shouldn't even have happened, because I should have just noticed certain things when it came to parenting. You know, when you're with someone for 3 years and they have a child, and you probably saw the child 3 to 4 times because the child was put off to go live with somebody else. And, you know, you kind of look past it when you don't have kids or you're not thinking about that. I never even was like, yo, why doesn't your son live here? And then when you finally get to have a conversation with the son and find out why, it's crazy. You know, imagine speaking to a child who's of age and knows what's going on. He's 16 years old. And he says, if I ever had to live with my mother, I would kill myself.
All right. So I'm going to stop it right there and just tell you all a little bit about Erica and this 16-year-old child that he's speaking about. Okay. So Erica's first baby's father is named Raul Conde. And I believe he's from New York. I believe he's also of Latin descent. Okay. And I'm going to play a video for you now. Let me bring myself up and then bring this other video to show you all. So this video, it's from 13 years ago, or at least it was posted on YouTube 13 years ago. Okay. And it has Erica and Raul in it. Okay. And I am going to share another screen. And the screen that I'm sharing, it says ericamena or Mena beats down Raul Conde. Okay. So let me get it nice and pretty. Okay. And now here we go. Watch this. Now that wasn't Raul. She's running up on Raul now. Do you see this? Watch, watch.
Hey, bro, your shit fell, bro. Here. Stop. Stop. You fucking dirty bastard. You ain't shit, nigga. Eric, here. Where's my phone?
So she had the nerve, if you were paying attention, the guy at the end, she was accosting him first. She was hitting and slapping him first before she ran off to go after Raul. And then after she attacks Raul and he comes to pull her off, and I believe Raul is with Terror Squad, okay? After she accosts Raul, she has the audacity to demand her phone from the first man she just accosted in the video before she ran off to her son's baby's father, or her son's father. So when her son tells Safaree, if I had to live with my mother, I would die, do you think it is because he would just wilt away, or that she would squash him like a bug, the way she was just trying to squash this man that is 2 times her size. So when I call Erica a misandrist, this is why. And this is a pattern of behavior that we are going to continue to see. You saw her just as recently as what, last year, her and Safaree were going through this. She's in his house. She's putting her hands on him in front of her children, trying to squash him like a bug. Erica, you got problems, yo. You have problems and issues. And you can go on radio stations and go talk to Cam Newton and everybody and their mother, okay? But you did the same thing on Love and Hip Hop and got fired. Now you're on Zeus Network, and you have all of the people on this new show of yours fighting and accosting each other, and you are in on it as well. Right now, the Ninja Turtle dude, the plumber guy, and I'm sorry for calling you that, but I'm a little passionate right now, and I forgot your name, sir. Aaron, I'm sorry. Okay. Aaron the plumber has a lawsuit on you, or is filing charges against you for assaulting him. You haven't healed. You go on Cam Newton and you make these videos on TikTok and Instagram talking about how healed you are and how you're trying to heal. Girl, you are not healing. You are using these buzzwords as a way to garner sympathy from people that don't really know you. Meanwhile, people like Safaree, who's made 2 children from you, this guy, Raul, and your son don't want to have anything to do with you because you are so out of control with your anger and your misandry. Get a grip. Or some Valium, or I don't know, but you need to go and get help because you have 2 small children that are growing up mixed race that are not going to have the same luxuries that you have in this kind of behavior. The world is not going to accept them acting out like this merely from the complexion of their skin, but they're watching you do this to their father. So one of them, likely both of them, are probably going to grow up thinking that doing stuff like this and acting this way is okay. And it's not. It's not okay. Okay? I don't want to make this video very long because I understand that you all really don't like the longer videos. Okay? I can see my watch time. But I would like to show you all another video. And it just speaks to, again, her pattern of behavior. Okay. This one is from Vlad TV. I hope I don't get in trouble for using it, Vlad, if it's okay. I just want to show everyone, like I said, a pattern of her behavior where she just is always out of control, spazzing out. Now, if you don't remember, Erica was engaged to Bow Wow, okay? And she was engaged to Bow Wow from 2014 to 2015. So she was married to Safaree from 2019 to 2021, and that didn't work. She dated her baby's father, Raul, from, it says 2004 to 2016, and that didn't work. And I'm wondering, did her and Raul overlap, her and Bow Wow? Okay, but let's listen to Bow Wow in Bow Wow's words. Talk about Erica.
You and Erica, I mean, you guys were engaged, and then suddenly you had a very public falling out. But what caused the falling out?
They had a public falling out. I stayed off social media when like I didn't have a Snapchat when
So when he says they had a falling out, he's talking about Ericamena and Joy Chavez. Joy Chavez is Bow Wow's baby's mother. Okay, they have a child together, and Erica and Joy, who is also Future's baby's mother now, were going at it with each other on Snapchat. Okay, I'll let the video play.
she was Snapchatting, like going crazy on me subliminally. She should have just said my name because everybody knew she was fucking, every post was about me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just let her do her thing. Because in my mind, I learned that all my beefs have come from women.
Pretty much.
And this shit ain't cool to be beefing with no woman.
Right.
And my homies tell me that all the time. And that was the first time I took their advice. I said, I'm never going to respond to Erica publicly.
Okay.
Oh, I did a lot of texting behind it, but publicly, no. I'll let her do that because that's just who she is. She's out. She's going to do, and she's been on TV. She had nothing to hide. For me, I got CSI. I got so many other things that they eye me. They watch me.
Yeah.
So I can't be arguing with, and it just looks terrible. Like it looks sloppy. You know what I mean? It just looks bad.
I personally don't respond to people who beef with me publicly.
Yeah, I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone, I mean, Jay Electronica said some shit about me. This person.
You can't do
this
it.
person said it, that person said it. But, you know, it's like I feel that being professional will always win.
Right.
Being unprofessional, you'll have different degrees of losing.
Right. Exactly.
Sometimes it'll be a slight loss. Sometimes it'll be a monumental loss, but it will never really be a win.
Exactly.
But I mean, she went off. She accused you of abuse.
Yeah. Oh, she went crazy.
She talked about she had a miscarriage.
That's true.
That's true.
We did have a miscarriage.
Okay.
Yeah, we did have a miscarriage.
Do you think that caused the breakup? Because that's usually a pretty serious thing to go through as a couple.
Yeah. Not really. That didn't cause anything. Like I said, I'm private with certain things. No one knew we was even having a baby. Like that was one of the rumors that never spawned out of our relationship, that the media, it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
When she did that, for me, I'm looking at it like, why do you tell, or why do we feel sometimes that we have to ask the internet? These motherfuckers don't care. They're not doctors. They're not psychiatrists. They're not that. And it's just something that's natural for people to do when they, you know, I get it. She's looking for aid, or she's looking for something. When you do that, you're looking for some type of sympathy or some type of attention to make you feel good. I understand. I get it. I just didn't like that out there. I didn't want that news out there. Then now that's something.
It's pretty personal.
Yeah, it is. And I'm like, yo, first of all, it happened like months ago. So to me, it's like, you should have said this shit when it happened. Why are you saying it now? Like to me, it's looking like we're asking for attention, and we don't need attention. Like we don't need it. And that didn't spawn the breakup. I just think that in time, things just happens.
Wasn't the person you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with.
At one point, for sure. Yeah. At one point, for sure. But then, you know, you start finding out things, and you start realizing certain things, and then you start analyzing your own life. For me, it was kind of hard because I felt like I had to pick between my fiance or my daughter, you know, because I mean, shit, that's even on my baby moms and Erica had a little outing on social media. They was going at each other like last week. Going hard, going at each other. And I'm like, I'm sipping my tea watching this shit. I'm like, I don't belong in either one of y'all asses. And y'all arguing about me like this shit is stupid. I'm not on nobody's side. Y'all too grown. And this shit is just dumb what y'all doing. And for me, I'm like, I don't want no parts of it. You know what I mean? And so for me, that is really what spawned it. You know, I hit a wall. I didn't know how to, I tried it, but when two people just don't get along, it's not going to happen. The mother of the child doesn't want the child around the person. So I had to.
Oh, so your daughter's mother didn't want your daughter around Erica.
Nah, she didn't.
But Erica has a child.
Sure does. Yeah. But because of their situation that they have going on.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I don't want nobody around my kid if I don't fuck with you. And if you've been talking shit about me and I've been talking shit about you, I don't want my kid around you. I don't know what you're gonna say to my child. I don't know. So it's best we just keep it cool. Keep it.
So that's it, Vlad. Thank you. If I don't get a strike for using your video, I just wanted to show Erica's pattern of behavior. And it seems like the same thing that she is accusing Safaree of doing when she talks about Safaree going on Love and Hip Hop and going all crazy on Safaree, like, don't have my kids on the show, don't bring my kids around other women, I don't want my kids around these, lack of a better word, what word she's using, that whole thing that happened on Love and Hip Hop between him and Armana, whatever her name is, from Miami, where he gave those children of hers Rolexes. I think that was what spawned her acting crazy at his house, when she's, wow, as he's showing in this video, that she's just basically always out of control. So this is a pattern of behavior, and this pattern of behavior, it shows me that she's always the common denominator. There's nothing she needs to heal from. Everybody else needs healing from Erica. So Erica, you, ma'am, look at this man. And Safaree, I listen, these videos are I found them very easy on YouTube. And he's going to talk about his personality type and how he is such a calm, chill person. I think he's going to say something to the effect where he thought that would kind of rub off on her. There is no rubbing off on her. This is who this woman is. She's been fighting since we've seen her on TV, from the very early stages of Love and Hip Hop New York. I'm going to let this play a little bit more because I feel like, he's going to show us more violent behavior from her. And I want you all to see it. And y'all tell me, is this the blatant hatred of men? This is how you treat the fathers of your children? Is this normal behavior? Would you put up with a woman like this? No matter how fine she is. And I do think Erica is a beautiful woman, but I think that her personality and her character are very ugly.
I wouldn't make that up, you know. And it sucks that I gotta like really just run this down because of this smear campaign and somebody who gets such a high on just talking about me and picking and choosing what kids you want to, have on the forefront and get whatever extra attention you get off of it, so.
And Bow Wow was just talking about that attention, going to the internet, getting that attention, the attention of dragging your children's father through the mud. All attention is not good attention, Erica, you flapjack floozy. You have a daughter. She needs her father. She needs her father. Period. Bottom line. Whether you and him love each other or are in a relationship or not, being a healthy co-parent should be the priority.
I kind of just looked past certain things and thought that, maybe I could help and make things better. But when you aren't with somebody and it doesn't work out and the two of you are just like in a weird space and everything is a fight.
Children were barefoot. Children were barefoot, walking on the floor where she's breaking glass, pushing their father. I know she's yelling and screaming at the top of her lungs. I know she is.
Especially in front of the kids. Like, I'm not going to subject myself to that. My kids have never, ever seen me upset. My kids have never heard me yell.
Bitch, you're dead to me. Yeah, you are too. You is dead. You're gonna leave me more than I need you. No. I'm gonna leave me before I need you. Remember that. Nice flow, Linda. Yeah, go ahead. You too, bitch. Go ahead. Go ahead. Because your other two kids are gonna be miserable just like you. Oh, fuck all of y'all. Jerk off. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. All because of you. All because of you. All because of you.
I don't argue. That's just not in me. But, you know, on the other hand, the other side, they don't operate or think the way I do. And when I have my kids and someone is pretty much trying to police and parent and like watch every single thing I'm doing and call, oh, who's there? Well, what's going on? It's just so unhealthy, so excessive, to the point where it just creates a lot of issues. Like, you can't pick and choose when it's okay to say, okay, the kids are good. And then if we're not, you know, in a good space, then it's an issue. You know, I've taken my kids to Jamaica. If I was such a bad parent, nobody's gonna let a man take the kids to Jamaica by myself. I didn't have no help. And I don't want a biscuit for it. I did it, you know? It just creates such a level of toxicity that it's better to just be like, you know what? I'm going to deal with this through the courts. And when this thing gets sorted out, how it's supposed to be sorted out, then, okay, we'll figure it out. So for the past, you know, few months, that's what I've been dealing with when it came to, you know, looking for lawyers and just trying to figure out this whole thing, because my original standing order for this child support and the visitation and all of that, everything, it originated from Georgia. We moved to Florida. When we moved to Florida, everything has to get transferred over. It just got transferred over like this week. So now I get to find out what this new setup is going to be, because I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable. And the only
Did you see he flashed an instance where he shows his forehead, the scar on his forehead? He says, and allegedly, this comes from Erica hitting him. And as we just saw on the video, she was hitting him and pushing him and breaking things in his house. We don't have any videos of Safaree pulling a ladder up to ericamena's gate, jumping the gate and beating on a sliding glass door to get into her house. We don't have a video like that. The only video that we have like that is Safaree's video of Erica trespassing onto his property with a ladder that she likely brought from her own house over to his house to jump his fence. She is a nutcase, this flapjack floozy. Oh my goodness. Out of control. Listen, this girl is a walking red flag. I don't see anybody else taking a chance on her like Safaree did. So Erica, you've ruined it for yourself. Any man in the industry with his worth in salt or gold, however the saying goes, isn't going to hitch their wagon to you, girl. You are a liability. Shameful, disrespectful. Your behavior is disheartening. You are a misandress, and I stand by that. From Raul to Bow Wow to now Safaree, You have a disdain towards men. I don't know if your father left your mother and he promised you vacations and never took you. Maybe he promised you summer camps he never paid for. But girl, you need to seek therapy and get help. Because you don't get to control other people. You don't get to control men just because they procreated with you. That's not how life works. So that's my take on ericamena and her misandry. Okay, I would love to hear what you all think about this. Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Did you know about all of these things that I showed you today? Did you remember that she was even engaged to Bow Wow? The girl needs to be stopped. That's it for me today, Rosebuds. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here. If you made it this far in the video, please drop a rosebud in the comments, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.